Have you heard? OpenAI just threw ChatGPT a massive upgrade party and invited everyone.
Well, maybe not everyone yet.
Right, right. It's
Yeah.
rolling out to more users soon. We're talking about Canvas,
Canvas,
and
yeah.
it's about to change how we think about uh, collaborating with AI.
You're right to be excited. This isn't just some like new font for ChatGPT or something.
Right.
OpenAI is calling Canvas their biggest interface change in 2 years, and for good reason.
Yeah, and I've been digging into some articles about it. It sounds like Canvas takes ChatGPT from a friendly chatbot to this whole other level, like a full-blown creative partner, especially for writing and coding.
Exactly. What's fascinating here is how it goes beyond just like back and forth chatting. Canvas gives you a dedicated workspace where you and ChatGPT can actually collaborate, like on complex projects, almost like you're brainstorming with a colleague.
Okay, so walk me through this. Let's say I'm working on a blog post. How would using Canvas actually feel different than just using ChatGPT the way I already do?
Well, imagine having an incredibly patient editor who never sleeps and lives inside your computer.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
With Canvas, you can pull up your writing and get targeted feedback from ChatGPT right there in the document. You need to shorten it for a tweet.
Sure.
Done. Want to make it more accessible to a wider audience? ChatGPT can adjust the reading level on the fly,
Oh, wow.
from kindergarten to a graduate level thesis.
Stop right there. It can adjust the reading level from kindergarten to graduate school.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
It really is, and it highlights the potential impact this could have, especially for people who struggle with writing or need to adapt their communication style for different audiences. This kind of AI assistance has the potential to really level the playing field.
It makes you wonder, what are the limits here? If it can do that with writing, what about code? Our coder friends must be excited about this update.
Absolutely. Canvas brings that same collaborative spirit to coding. One of the trickiest parts of coding is keeping track of all the little changes, especially when you're collaborating with others.
1,000,000%. It feels like you blink, and suddenly there are 50 new lines of code.
Exactly. But with Canvas, you can actually see how ChatGPT's suggestions for your code would play out, like step by step, which makes it so much easier to understand those changes and why they were made. It's not just about fixing errors. It's about learning and improving your own coding skills in the process.
It sounds like it brings that much-needed transparency to the world of AI code generation.
It does. And OpenAI is actively working to make those coding edits even more transparent in future updates. They're really focused on this idea of understanding the why behind ChatGPT's suggestions.
Okay, so they're not just throwing a cool new tool out there and calling it a day. They're actively trying to make it better at collaborating with us. But how do you even begin to teach an AI to collaborate effectively? That seems incredibly complex.
You're hitting on a crucial point. To develop Canvas and its underlying AI, GPT-4 or OpenAI, didn't just focus on making it smarter, they specifically trained it to be a better collaborator, which is a much more nuanced challenge.
Now, that's what I call teamwork. But seriously, how do you teach an AI to be a good team player?
It's one of the big leaps forward with GPT-4o. OpenAI had to, teach it to approach collaboration in a way that was genuinely helpful, not just churning out code or text in isolation.
So, how did they teach it to be a good collaborator? Did they make it watch hours of team-building exercises or something?
Maybe. One of the keys was teaching GPT-4o to understand the difference between making targeted edits versus, suggesting a complete rewrite. Imagine working on a project, and every time they have a suggestion, they just scrap everything and start over. You'd get nowhere fast.
You're telling me I'd be out of there looking for a new partner.
Exactly. So OpenAI trained GPT-4o to recognize those nuances, when to offer those precise, surgical edits versus when a fresh approach might be more beneficial.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like teaching it the art of giving constructive criticism, which, let's be honest, is a skill some humans haven't even mastered. But how do you even begin to teach an AI something like that?
They use some really innovative techniques. One of the most interesting ones is something called synthetic data generation. Essentially, they created a massive amount of artificial data that simulates how people collaborate in different scenarios.
So it's like they built this virtual world where AIs and humans could practice working together. And GPT-4o learned from all those interactions.
Precisely. And it wasn't just random simulations either. They used OpenAI's own advanced model, GDC-4o, to help create these really realistic collaboration scenarios. It's like having a super smart mentor guiding the learning process.
Okay, so they're using their most advanced AI to train the next generation of AI collaborators. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. But let's get back to Canvas itself. Is it available to everyone yet? Because I know some of our listeners, myself included, are ready to dive in.
Right now, it's in early beta. They're rolling it out gradually. If you're a ChatGPT Plus, Team, Enterprise, or Edu user, you're in luck. You can start experimenting with it right now.
And for everyone else, is there a waiting list, or do we just, like, cross our fingers and hope for the best?
Don't worry. OpenAI has said they plan to make Canvas available to all ChatGPT free users once it's out of beta. They haven't given a specific timeline yet, but it seems like they're committed to making it accessible to as many people as possible, which is great news.
That is great news, because even in beta, it's obvious that Canvas has the potential to be a total game changer.
Absolutely. This feels different. It's not just an incremental improvement. It has the potential to like fundamentally change how we work and create. And OpenAI seems just as excited as everyone else about where this could lead.
They're all about rapid improvement, so I have a feeling we'll be seeing some pretty incredible Canvas updates in the coming months. What are you most excited to see from Canvas moving forward? It really does feel like we're on the cusp of something big here.
It's exciting to think about how much progress has been made, in just the past couple of years.
Yeah.
If ChatGPT can learn to collaborate like this in such a short time, imagine what AI partnerships could look like in the next 5 or 10 years.
It's giving sci-fi, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Are we talking like designing spaceships with AI co-pilots or writing the next great American novel with our robot muses?
Who knows? The possibilities seem pretty limitless. But I think the biggest takeaway here is that we're moving beyond this idea of AI as just a tool. It's becoming a true partner in the creative process.
That's a powerful thought, and one that I'm going to leave you with today, dear listener.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
If you could collaborate with an AI on anything, what would it be? What impossible dream could you bring to life with a partner like Canvas by your side? Until next time, keep those creative sparks flying.